Hello Cancer, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Cancer, today we're going to go over your past, present, as well as your future, and then we're going to look into the ultimate outcome for your current situation. So with all that being said, Cancer, let's get started. All right, Cancer, in the past we do have the Two of Pentacles. Your current energy is the Moon, and then in your future we do have the Knight of Wands. As far as your ultimate outcome is concerned, we do have the Fool. All right, so in regards to the overall energy that I'm seeing for you thus far, I'm getting like a very, very indecisive energy coming from you. And it does essentially revolve around you taking a leap of faith. It does revolve around you essentially taking a chance and not really knowing what to anticipate and or expect once you do take that leap of faith, once you do take that chance. Now, this could be referring to you taking a chance on a particular person / relationship. This could definitely represent you taking a chance on something else. But whatever it is that you want to take a chance on, it's something that obviously you're hoping will essentially play out in your favor. The problem with you is that you don't know if it's going to play out in your favor. And that's what's creating that level of hesitancy, I would say, within you when it comes on to taking that leap of faith and taking that chance on whatever this thing is that you want to take that leap of faith and or chance on. But let's look at the Two of Pentacles and see what's going on. Okay, so I see. We have the Queen of Swords, we got the Eight of Wands, and then we also have the Ace of Cups. Okay, whatever this thing is that you want to take that leap of faith on, or that chance on, it does revolve around something that's going to bring that sense of emotional satisfaction to your life, or has been bringing in that sense of emotional satisfaction into your life. So this could be referring to possibly a relationship that you share with someone, and you're contemplating, whether or not you should take that chance / leap of faith, on this particular person that does, bring a lot of happiness, joy, and excitement, into your life. What could very well be causing you also to second guess whether or not you should give this person in particular, a chance or not, has a lot to do with the fact that you're showing up as a Queen of Swords like energy. For those of you who don't know, as far as like the backstory when it comes onto the Queen of Swords is concerned, the Queen of Swords is somebody who has been through a lot in previous relationships, making it very hard for anybody who harnesses Queen of Swords like energy to lower their guard down with someone, fully trust a person, things of that nature. So I feel like the level of the unknown is what's creating that level of hesitancy within you, but it also has a lot to do with the things that you've been through in prior relationships. That's also kind of creating that level of hesitancy within you when it comes on to taking a chance / leap of faith on this particular person that you currently find yourself connecting with. Okay. Now, your current energy is the Moon, so let's look into that. Tell me more about the Moon. Okay. So for me anyways, as a reader, I tend to look at the Moon as like the what if card. What if this happens? What if that happens? You're definitely thinking long and hard about whether or not you should take that chance / leap of faith on whatever this thing is that has been bringing in a lot of emotional satisfaction to your life, as well as excitement into your life and fun into your life. Because whatever this thing is, it's something that truly does make you happy, and it brings that happiness and joy and fun and excitement, into your life, which, like I said, it could very well be a person that we're talking about here, but you're definitely thinking long and hard about it. I am definitely getting that on whether or not you should take that chance, on whether or not you should take that risk. But I feel like I said, what is kind of in a way stopping you has a lot to do with your past, and it also has a lot to do with but what if this happens, and what if that happens? So fear and just things that you've been through in prior relationships is currently what's stopping you from taking that chance / leap of faith on whatever this thing is that does bring a lot of happiness and joy and excitement into your life. Okay. Now, in the near future, we do have the Knight of Wands, so let's see what's going on there. We have the Four of Cups. We have the King of Swords, and then we also have the Judgment card. True pair situation here between you and this person. We do have the King and the Queen of Swords out here. So you're definitely connecting with a soulmate. I do feel like this does have a lot to do with you contemplating on whether or not you should give this person in particular a chance or not. Whether or not it's safe for you to go there or not. Now, in the near future, we do see this individual wanting to kind of get this ball rolling here between the two of you. But what's currently holding this dynamic up between you and them is basically you. With the Four of Cups coming out here, that is Cancer energy. This person is perceiving you as somebody who's basically creating stagnancy within this dynamic here between the two of you, because, you know, you're very much so in your head about this entire situation. Should I go there? Should I not go there? Should I give them a chance or should I not give them a chance? You know, this person just kind of feels like you're creating a boatload of stagnancy within this dynamic here between the two of you. They're ready to get this ball rolling here. It's you that's holding this dynamic between the two of you up, according to them. Okay. All right. Now, as far as the ultimate outcome is concerned, we do have the Fool. So let's see where we're getting the Fool for you. Okay. We do have the King of Cups. We also have the Six of Swords. And then we also have the Three of Swords. Okay. This person that you currently find yourself connecting with, I feel like this person is definitely aware of your worries and your concerns when it comes down to them. Here's the thing, as far as the ultimate outcome is concerned, I do see this person trying to like encourage you to give them, in this dynamic that the two of you share with one another, a chance. I also feel like this person's trying to get you to see that you're not the only one, you know what I mean, taking that leap of faith here, because they definitely are too. There is a possibility, and this person does kind of have a point, I do agree with them on this, there is a possibility that this could all blow up in their face as well. But they're still willing to take that chance / leap of faith on you. Obviously hoping that it all essentially works out, but also understanding that there's a possibility that one day, yes, this could totally, you know, blow up in their face. You know, there is a possibility that, yeah, you know, maybe one day you will, you know, abandon them. Maybe one day you will essentially leave them. Maybe one day you will break their heart. At the end of the day, this person doesn't really know how things are going to essentially play out here between the two of you. All they do essentially know is how they essentially feel about you and what they want with you. And this is what this person's deciding to essentially do here, is basically follow their heart in this entire situation. And if it blows up in their face, then it blows up in their face. If it works out in their favor, then it works out in their favor. But nonetheless, they're still taking that chance / leap of faith on you. So as far as the ultimate outcome is concerned, this to me just kind of feels like an energy of them trying to encourage you to take that leap of faith when it comes on to them, because they're doing it when it comes down to you. They're not allowing their fears, their doubts, and, you know, reservations to essentially get the best of them, because what they want with you is a lot greater than the fear that they're experiencing here on their behalf, because they're experiencing fear on their behalf too. You know, don't get me wrong, like, you're not the only person that's fearful here. You're dealing with somebody who's just as fearful as you are. The only difference is that they're not going to allow it to essentially stop them from pursuing a life with you, because there is a possibility that this could totally work out between the two of you, because at the end of the day, that's what they want, is for things to essentially work out between the two of you. But they understand that, you know, when it comes down to love, there is a risk. There's a possibility it could work on your favor, and there's a possibility that could blow up in your face, but they're still willing to take that chance / leap of faith on you. You know, considering the fact that this person showed up as a King of Swords to the King of Cups, and you're showing up as a Queen of Swords, you know, you guys are very similar in your ways. You guys have both been through, you know, pretty bad things in prior relationships, because the King of Swords, the backstory anyways, the King of Swords is the same as the Queen of Swords. These are two people who have been through a lot in prior relationships. So trusting a person is very hard for the both of you to do. Being vulnerable with a person is very hard for the both of you to do. Loving again is a very challenging and difficult thing for the both of you to do. They're just finding the strength and the courage within themselves to try again. And that's what I see this person encouraging you to do, to just give love another chance, okay? And I do believe that this person will definitely be successful at it, as far as like convincing you into giving them, in this dynamic that the two of you share with one another, you know, a chance. I am definitely getting that. And I don't believe that you're going to essentially regret it. And I don't believe that they're going to essentially regret it. I think that the both of you are aiming towards the exact same things, which is really, really nice to see. At the end of the day, you want somebody that you could build and establish a life with, and hopefully grow old with. That's what you basically want, and they want the exact same thing. You don't want to go through this whole like process of starting over and what's your favorite color, what foods are you allergic to. Like, you don't want to go through that, neither do they. Like, the both of you want something real, and I think that the both of you definitely have, real love, for one another, and the both of you are basically on the same page when it comes down to like what you guys both want and what you guys are both aiming for. And these are things that you guys could have with one another, but it just kind of requires you, Cancer, to just take that chance and take that leap of faith. You're not the only one, that, runs the risk of getting hurt here. They do too. There's a possibility that you could always betray them. There's a possibility that you could always deceive them. There's a possibility that you could always abandon them. All of these things are very possible. It could happen. Not to say that it will happen, but it could happen. You know what I mean? And these are things that they think about too, right? As far as you leaving them one day, abandoning them one day. But at the end of the day, like I said, what they want with you is a lot greater than the fear that they're experiencing here on their behalf. You see what I mean? And this is what's influencing them to take that chance / leap of faith. So just to kind of clear the air, you're not the only one that's afraid. The only difference is that they're just trying to find the strength and the courage within themselves to take that chance / leap of faith on you either which way. And you know what? Whatever happens, happens. If it works out, then it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Then it just simply wasn't meant to be. Are they really hoping that this relationship between the two of you is meant to be? Absolutely. But only time will essentially tell. But like I said, do I think that in the end they're going to get the outcome that they want with you? Absolutely. I am definitely getting that. I just kind of feel like it's going to take a whole lot of them reassuring you and encouraging you to take that chance / leap of faith on them. And I think that eventually you will. And I don't believe that you will essentially regret it either. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.